Alright guys, got some blood right here. Heck yeah. Look at that right there, guys. Alright guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. It is grind time here in North Carolina. We are down to the last 2 weeks of season, and I am feeling it's not even really 2 weeks, it's like a week and a half. I am tired, I'm wore out, I'm stressed out. It has been just a very, very difficult season. And it's that time in the season where you start running out of options and places to go because big deer stop showing up. They're either completely nocturnal, not moving, or they're dead. This property here, I'm pretty sure we still got a decent deer running around, so I'm just banking that maybe I can get lucky this morning. We got a bunch of does over here. The moon phase actually switched over several nights ago, so the moon is really bright, but it's on the morning side of the moon versus coming up right at dark. So I think that's going to help these morning hunts out a lot. We just need to make sure that we get in and get quiet and try to stay positive. That's all we can do. So got a little bit of a walk in there. I'm going to throw the camera in the bag. I'll see you guys at daylight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Alrighty guys, we are set up and ready to rock and roll. I have officially completely switched gears. I am hunting where I know there are a bunch of does at, and whether we have any big deer on camera or not, I'm just going to grind out the rest of this season in areas that I know a bunch of does are wanting to hang out, just for the simple fact and hope and prayer that a big buck will come by and show itself. I got a good feeling we'll see some deer tonight. Just don't know if we'll see the right deer, so fingers crossed if we get lucky. Alright guys, it is the next morning. Wound up seeing 14 last night, but the majority of them came in well after camera light, so I left all of my camera gear up in the stand. Brittany seen a good buck last night. So we've got me, Dad, and Brittany, all three hunting this spot. Brittany and Dad are in the field up above me. I'm going back down into that bottom, so fingers crossed, hopefully we get lucky. What's going on, guys? On the GoPro this afternoon, I'm going to hunt
a tripod, which is not friendly for filming with my big camera because the mesh bottom is too wide for a tripod and it's not up against a tree, so my camera arm doesn't work. So the only thing I can film with is going to be the GoPro. Don't necessarily know how this is going to work, but at least I have some type of video documentation of what's going on. Bunch of deer moving through this little area. You can tell this field is just super green. Really good food source for these deer right now, this time of year. So, we'll get up in this stand and see if we get lucky. It is the next afternoon. Got up and hunted this morning. Just kind of a hope and a prayer that I would see something on a piece of property where we typically see double-digit deer. Fortunately, we did not see anything at all. So I'm going back into this tripod this afternoon. He's over my right shoulder. She's going back down into that bottom. Been seeing a lot of does down there. We got does and we got a green field. So we're hoping that a buck is going to show up. Alrighty, we're back up in the stand. This right here is kind of give you an idea what I'm looking at. More than likely these deer are going to come out right down there in that little bottom, or they're going to come out right here to the right hand side of me. So hopefully we get a little lucky this afternoon. Last night it was Christmas Day and people were shooting their Christmas toys and having a good old time, which was phenomenal, good for everybody, but it was a little loud, a little busy over here. I'm hoping this afternoon, with it being Sunday, I'm hoping it's going to be a little more tame, a little more quiet. And maybe even so this morning, it was quiet enough to where hopefully these deer were able to do their normal thing and get back into their bedding area, and hopefully they're staged up, ready to come in and feed on this green stuff. I think if somebody shoots one tonight, I think it's going to be Britt. I think she's going to shoot. I think she's got a good chance of shooting this 8-pointer that's over here. So. Guys, we got 2 does in the field. There's the third doe. Try to keep my head down. That's good news right there. 442. That's early for those deer to be out and about. They come out in a great place too. does in the field. I don't know what she was so nervous about. She came up here in the corner and was stomping and not looking at me, but she was looking back up in the woods like maybe she heard some turkeys or heard another deer or something. There's a bunch of squirrels and a bunch of turkeys running around in the woods behind me. So I don't know if that's what's got her all boogered or what, but she has finally settled back down. And it started to feed, which is good. I want those deer to stay in the field because that's a good way for me to know if there's another deer coming. Well, those 3 does finally fed. Well, no, I take it back. I thought they fed out of the field, but they just popped. Well, they're coming back in and out of the field, out of that big brush line. Which right there looks like she was on a pretty steady mission leaving the field. Wasn't spooked or anything, just looks like she came in and fed. Well, there were 2 young ones. That's a real good sign, though. We just need something with some horns to show up. Guys, we got a deer coming. I hear him flopping. That was a good buck, I think. Guys, I think that was a good buck. Oh, I think that was a good buck right there. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, I know you guys couldn't see it, but it was dark, and I'm in this tripod. No way that I could get that on film with my big camera. Oh, he ran a little ways, but I could hear him flopping, I think. Come on, let's go, baby. Oh, man. Holy smokes. I'm going to give him just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get down out of the stand. We'll walk back to the truck. Meet Brittany there. And then we're going to drive the truck up here, see if we can find this deer. Guys, I know you have no idea what that buck is. And to be 1,000% honest with y'all, I ain't got a clue either. Heck yeah. Well, guys, that was Dad right there. He's getting ready to be here. I have absolutely no idea what this buck is. I know he's a buck. I was sitting in that stand, and I could hear this deer coming. And I could just tell by the way he was walking that it was going to be a buck. Guys, I have no idea what this deer is. This deer could be a 115-inch 8-pointer. He could be a 20-inch 4-pointer. I ain't got a clue. But this season's been a grind, I can tell you that. So I'm just glad I was able to pull the trigger. I'm jacked up, man. I don't know what it is. So this is going to be a surprise one way or another. I have no idea what he is. No. He was in that corner. I heard him coming by the lock on, and I could tell it was a buck just by the way he was walking, just a single deer walking, just steady. So all I had was my GoPro, so I turned my GoPro on, spun around, got my gun up, took my binoculars out, and said, well, and he was walking, and I was like, well, he's right there. Got my binoculars up, and looked, I seen the deer, seen he had horns, dropped my binoculars, took my safety off, got down there and found him in the scope, shot, kapow, and I shot. Hell, all I seen was flame. And I was like, oh God, so I shucked another shell in, I was sitting there listening, and I didn't hear nothing. I get my binoculars back up, I look where he was standing, and he's not standing there, laying there. And I'm like, dude, I missed that deer. Well, then all of a sudden, I just heard something, like it was just pitch quiet, and I was like, dude, I missed. The next thing I know, I heard something crash not too far from where I shot, but I couldn't see him. And I heard it crash, and then I heard like a, and then it got quiet. So I grabbed my stuff and got down out of the stand. It could be a whatever, I don't know. So I guess we're gonna find out when we get over there. Alrighty guys, we'll get over here and see if we can find him. Alright guys, got some blood right here. It's good thick red blood. Blood and a bunch of hair, that ain't good. Whole bunch of hair. That hair's making me a little nervous. We got some good blood, guys. This deer's losing a lot. Whole bunch of blood. Guys, there's a bunch of blood right here. Oh, there he is. Found my buck right there. They found him. Heck yeah. Look at that right there, guys. Look at that. Man. Holy smokes. I thought he had a good rack on him. Son. That right there has been a grind. Oh my gosh.
Got a little body size to him too.
Oh man. Man, he ran a lot farther than what I thought. That's unbelievable.
Yes, it's a good one.
Oh my gosh. Well guys, I had absolutely no idea what this deer was, what this buck was. All I seen was this side right here. And, you know, with the little bit of light that I had left, I thought he was a good deer. And the way this season has been going, I wasn't going to take any chances on him. So, man, what a beautiful, beautiful buck. This is the biggest buck that I've killed off of this property. Just an awesome, awesome deer to take, man. I am super, super pumped about this one. Had no idea. I don't think we hadn't seen this deer. I don't think.
He just showed up.
I mean, this is...
You know, we had an 8-pounder, 7-pounder early on, and then disappeared.
Holy smokes, man. That's the big reason why we kind of had a game plan to keep hunting this place in the afternoon, because there's some green food here and a bunch of does in the area. And I mean, just eventually you're going to suck a buck off of another piece of property. But man, what a cool deer. This one right here I'm proud of. This is by far the toughest season that I've had. So this one is special. This one means a lot right here. And we got the crew here. Heck, we got Dad, we got John, we got Brittany, we got everybody here for this one. So let's we'll get him drug out right here and kind of get a better photo, and let you guys get a little bit better look at him. But man, what a freaking cool deer, man. All right. Well, guys, this is one of the rare and few times that you pull the trigger on the buck and you get down and he's actually bigger than what you expected him to be. Had absolutely no idea. Had hopes that he was an 8-pointer, but to be honest with you guys, I actually thought he was a different 8-point buck than what he was. We've got another deer in here that's a little narrower and a little taller, but definitely not as big as this deer. But man, what a awesome hunt. I know you guys did not get to see a whole lot with the GoPro being the only camera that I've got, but listen, this season has absolutely been the toughest North Carolina season that I've had in a very, very long time. And with that being said, that's one of the reasons why we were hunting this spot, and I was sacrificing putting my big heavy camera equipment up and going with my GoPro, is just so that we can cover ground and try our best to get in front of a big buck. But this deer come in right at last light. We had some does out in the field early. This deer comes in. I could hear him walking in this thicket in behind us, and just by the way that he was moving and approaching the field, I knew he had to be some type of buck. Didn't know how big he was going to be, so I had all my stuff set up ready to go. And as soon as he stepped out into the opening, I had my binoculars up, took a look at him, seen it was this side right here, seen that side, and that's all that I really needed to see. Dropped my binoculars, grabbed the Savage 308, dropped the hammer on him. He actually ran a pretty good ways. This, I think, only the second deer I've ever had run off after shooting him with that Savage High Country. But man, what a brute late season, rutted up, just awesome way to probably end my season here in North Carolina. We've got 4 days left in the season, I think 5 days left, and trying to top this and match this with that much time is going to be tough. I mean, the thing about hunting this time of year is you just got to put your seat time in. This is the time of year where deer that you don't know exist shows up, and that's exactly what happened right here. We had no idea this deer was in here. He just happened to show up about 5 minutes too early, and I was fortunate enough to be able to put the hammer on him. So guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me on Southern Extreme TV. I know this year has not been anywhere near what years past have been as far as video production goes, but you know, the people that are hanging out with me on my channel and watching what I got going on, it means the absolute world to me. I'm trying to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers, so every click gets me one step closer. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do the whole shebang, man. But man, I enjoy this. I enjoy bringing you guys along on these adventures. I enjoy bringing you guys along with my family, because this is what it's about. This is why you go deer hunting. Those long grinds throughout the season to eventually get it done makes you really appreciate the good times when you're fortunate enough for them to come a little easier. But with that being said, man, that's absolutely it for this video. I'm hoping I can bring you guys a couple more videos before this season ends. We're gonna go out, we're gonna try it. We got one more buck tag to fill. We're gonna see if we get lucky. See you guys next time. That ain't gonna work. All right, everybody stay right there.
Cheese, 1, 2, 3.